Hey team, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is all about saving you money, but also it's about saving the environment and trying to use less waste. Of course, there is no pressure to start doing all 12 of these. Even just incorporating a couple into your life will make you feel a lot better and feel like you're doing something good for the environment. Bottled water has a huge markup on it, huge. Even though you only think it's like a couple of bucks here and there, it's something you can get free from the tap. So when you think about it in those terms, that's a lot of money that you're wasting. How do we fix this? Get your own water bottle. For your home, get yourself one of these. If you need to, you can filter jug, then fill your water bottle from it. There are so many places that you go to that also have available water fountains that have filters built in. Just fill up your water bottle. There is absolutely no need in this day and age to still be buying bottled water. You don't need it, it's costing you a bunch of money. Get that out of your life. So here in Australia, we had a couple of years back a kind of a documentary-ish series about just how wasteful coffee cups are. It is crazy how bad they are for the environment, particularly your takeaway coffee cups. I'll link that in the description below if you're curious about it. But you can really easily replace this in your life by getting keep cups or reusable cups. They come in nice hard plastic, in glass, or my favorite, in ceramic. Some coffee shops in Brisbane where I live actually give you a discount if you bring your reusable cup, so it can also save you money in that way. The next one is to try and avoid buying takeaway. Takeaway foods produce so much waste. Just think about it, the amount of little containers that you get, the little containers of sauce, the packaging, the bag that the packaging comes in, the straws. It is such a wasteful industry. And you can cut down on this by doing things like packing your own recyclable straw. These ones cost you next to nothing and they come with a little clean them. Absolutely no reason to be using plastic straws, and in a lot of cases we don't even need straws. So just ask for none. The other thing you can do is bring your cutlery from home. So rather than having plastic cutlery, just be like, no thank you, I don't need it, I have my own. The same way you could also bring your own Tupperware, so when you're buying takeaway, you could say, could you please just put it in this container instead? And if you quit doing takeaways, especially takeaway that's delivered to your house, you're gonna save yourself a bunch of money. Next on our list of things that most of us probably are already doing, but just in case you're not, is bringing your own shopping bags. So I have one that looks like this, kind of folds up into a little square so I can pop it in all of my bags. I have one of these in my backpack, in my training bag, and in my regular everyday handbag-ish type thing. You can literally get these almost anywhere. Almost every single supermarket, the majority of places that you go will have the calico bags. So many reusable options. The other thing that you can do is when you're shopping, bring your own produce bags so you don't have to use those thin plastic ones on the roll. You know the ones. You don't have to use those. You can bring these guys. Or if you're particularly sewing inclined, you could make your own. I am not. I bought mine. So these are really great because they're also made of a breathable fabric. And because of this, it's actually better for your vegetables than being housed in plastics. Next is one that might not necessarily save you money, but is something that you could do today, will cost you nothing to invest in, and will actually really support the environment. And this is something as easy as changing your web browser. So Ecosia is a website browser that a large portion of the money that it sells for ads goes into planting trees. So they sell ads the same way that any other web browser would. But the money that they make from those ad sales, they then divvy up and send out to tree planting projects. So they don't run the projects themselves, they send them out to companies that are already doing this work. And that's because they really want to make sure that locals are the ones driving that change. Because locals know their environment, locals know what trees will and will not work there. And it's always important to support people that are trying to look after their homelands. I have changed my web browsing on both my mobile phone and my laptop to be cozier. It is operated by Bing, and Bing on occasion can be a little bit slower, but having to reload my page twice every now and again, and knowing that that money is actually going to support people who are trying to revegetate their homelands, totally worth it. Next on the list is unpaper towels. Now, what in the hell are unpaper towels, I hear you asking? It's pretty much just not using paper towels. Use cloth instead. Again, if you're particularly good at sewing or you like to do it, make your own out of old clothing or anything like that. I bought some because I can't sew for peanuts and I thought they were cute. You use them just like you would a paper towel, except at the end of the day, you chuck them in the wash. Sanitary items have, one, they have an insane markup and tax on them, but also, most of them are like either cotton, and the cotton industry is awful, it uses so much water, or it's plastic, wrapped in plastic, inside plastic. So it's also not that great for the environment, and it's so expensive, and we have to buy them every month. That is a guarantee. It's not like we're gonna need to stop using them. Until now. So I would recommend investing in an alternative. So whether or not that's the menstrual cup for you, or it's what I like to use, which is period pants. I was unsure whether or not I was gonna give these a go, and I used them for the first time this month, and there'll be a video coming soon. And I love these. I cannot get over how well they work. There's a video coming. And they're also kind of cute. So mine have like a little detail on the top. So it's also not like you feel like you're wearing grandma underpants for like a month. And at the end of the day, you can just chuck them in the wash, and you'll have to purchase them one time and then never again. So I want you for a second to just think about every single person who has ever lived that has used a toothbrush. All of those toothbrushes still exist. They are in landfill or in an ocean somewhere. And if you're doing the correct thing for your teeth, which is replacing your toothbrush often, then you might use up to 5 toothbrushes a year. Multiply that by the time of someone's lifetime. It's a lot of plastic not being broken down. Trade in for something better. There are plenty of bamboo options and clean options of toothbrushes. Have a research around and see what you can find. Next one for all of my clean shavers out there is razors. Razors cause so much waste because they're meant to be replaced. There are so many options of disposable razors these days, all made of plastics. And you can fix that really simply. Razors are also insanely expensive. So things that I would recommend investing in is one, which is the favorite of all minimalists and zero wasters everywhere, is the safety razor, which is all made of metal, and you only really need to replace the blades. I myself hate shaving. I detest shaving. Shaving is the worst. But I also don't care so much about having like a really smooth shave. I just don't want to look like a jungle. So what I've invested in is an electric razor. So I have a rechargeable, battery-powered electric razor. And I kind of like this because it's quick and easy. I can just go, whoop, whoop. We're clean, we're good, we're sheer, let's go. It might not be as close a shave, but for someone who hates shaving in the first place and really doesn't care about whether it's clean or not, and particularly if you're someone who gets ingrowns, get an electric razor. It saves you the time, it saves you having to buy shaving cream, and it saves you from ingrowns. What is not to love? Next is something that I have been recommending for years. If you have worked with me or seen me in the circus industry, I've probably recommended you these. halo sponges. As a circus performer, I wear makeup all the time, which is why in my regular time, I don't often. But if I'm in show, I'll be wearing an incredibly thick layer of makeup for quite a long period of time. I'll also be sweating in it, so it becomes really gross and claggy and just no good. All you need to do is literally like wet them with warm water and just, and it comes straight off. It gets off liquid lipstick with nothing but warm water and it. And then to clean it, you can either chuck them in the wash, or as I like to do, I just get like a bar of hand soap, warm water, hand soap, and they come out clean. I've had these ones for a long time. These have lasted me like 4 tours, which is a lot of makeup. Hashtag not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, Halo Sponges, come at me, because I love these. I've even removed my makeup with a makeup wipe, and then looked at it, makeup wipe looks clean, and then I've gone in with my Halo sponge, and it's taken out more makeup. Good for your skin, good for the environment, and then you don't have to pay for things like makeup remover, makeup wipes, cotton swabs. So many little bits and bobs that you all need just to remove your makeup, you can replace with one of these, and warm water, and a bar of hand soap. Again, not sponsored, but Halo, if you want to sponsor me, I will gladly shout from the rooftops how amazing these things are. I'm doing it already. If you can see somewhere where packaging could be improved, where things could be improved, send that company a letter. Hey, I ordered from that takeaway shop around the corner and they just, even if I didn't ask for it, they just give me plastic spoons and I don't need them, I'm going home. Send them a letter. That small change that they make for every customer will end up saving more plastics than just you changing your cutlery will. I've begun to add a lot of these things into my life, and I found that not only does it make me feel like I can help make a difference to the environment, but also I'm finding that my shopping trips are getting smaller and smaller because I'm not doing things like buying paper towel every week or bottled water. And all of that is a really positive, nice change to have put into your life. And bonus, it'll save you money. The smaller your shopping trip, the less stuff you're buying, dollars in the bank. Links to all of the products that I've mentioned can be found in the description box if you're interested in starting any of these or putting any of them into practice in your life. Sound effects for this video provided by Kobe. Hey! Yes, you. Alright team, that is it from me. Subscribe, like, ring the bell, all that goodness. But most importantly, if you have any other ideas of ways that people could reduce their waste or help the environment or other stuff that you use in your day-to-day, please put it in the comments below. I release videos every single Monday, so if you're curious about when the next one's up, feel free to hit that little bell and it will remind you. Alright crew, thank you so much for coming along and joining me for this video. Give a couple of these things a shot and see how you go. As always, thanks for hanging out. Bye! Itchy nose. These metal ones these days. Whoops, dropped some stuff. The lucky last, item number 12. Hello little clicky dog. Were you helping for the video? Were you helping? Thank you. All right, down.